All right, very last game of the regular season, the 2027 to 2028 season. Detroit coming to Carolina on Sunday Night Football. So when I said very last game of the regular season, I meant it. The very last game. Um, I think we've clinched the division. It just doesn't say we have. I was so curious. I simmed some things and I realized whether win or lose, we're playing. Detroit's coming back next week in the playoffs. So looks like we're stuck in the third seed and they're stuck in a sixth seed. So they may as well just you know book the hotel, stay here, and I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to kind of get some other players involved. I guess first I should have checked this. I guess the league leaders and stats. Probably would have helped me if I did that before, but I know that Arch is up. If he gets one touchdown this game, he gets the rookie record for touchdowns in a season. Arch Manning 3,767 yards. I mean, it'd be nice if you got more than Rayola, but I just don't. I don't think he's going to. So I think I'm going to take him out once he gets that. If he gets that, or once he gets that touchdown. Um, let's take a look at detail. Okay, so he's not going to get the rushing title or lead in touchdowns. We're not close on receiving yards or receptions by any stretch of the imagination. I think our closest one, Puka, he's got 80 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. So we're not close there. Scorton, I think, is going to be the NFL defensive MVP, and I think I'll play them. I'll see how they're doing. I don't know. I'm gonna kick myself though if one gets injured. Um, okay. It'd be nice to have one of our own at the rookie record. Detroit is really good at passing the ball, bad at running, and bad at stopping the run. So we're gonna run inside and we're gonna defend the short pass, which seems to be working okay. Let's go over their injury report. Well, first their staff. And you know what? While I'm here, I wanted to check out what are the Saints running? Because West Coast spread. Okay. West Coast spread. What are the Cowboys running? Because they kick their butts too. Vertical zone run. And then the Jaguars. Okay, they're all different schemes, man. They're all different playbooks. But, oh, here we are. Lions. Vertical power run. Okay. And they'll be happy to see some of their plays on our offense right now. Dan Campbell is their head coach still. We don't have anyone in the medical center. They have Jameer Gibbs, which is helpful to us that he's not on the field. Like I said, this game doesn't really matter though. We're going to kind of test some things. We'll take a look at their depth chart. And then I need to go over one other thing for any witnesses out there. Alright, Jared Goff. Caleb Jackson. He's a big guy, 235 pounds. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Josh Reynolds, who apparently is like leading the league in something. Of course, there's Laporta, Decker, Mahogany. This guy might be their weak spot. Yeah, right guard is their only weak spot. I think they're running a 3-4. So, nothing there. Decent nose tackle. We got Hutchinson. Jack Campbell's a presence in the middle there. And then Patrick Jones. Hopefully he doesn't get payback on us. pretty good. Cornerbacks, free safety, and strong safety is really great. Their kicker is probably one of the least accurate we've faced. So that's good news for us. All right. I'm gonna adjust our depth chart after the game starts, but we're gonna be playing McMillan, T Mac. See if he does anything in this offense, if he can do anything, but we'll see. Um, Before we continue, oh shoot, let me get the weekly strategy here, and then I'll save, and then I gotta go down to the main menu to get someone to bear witness. Oh shoot, I already ran the. Okay, yeah, I already ran it. Let me just save just in case I've done something. Okay, so if you've been listening to me rant and rave about running it on first down, when they call run plays, yada yada yada, I have reason and I will have proof as to why I'm going insane. So I created this test playbook. It's basically the one we were using, which thankfully we have, better pass plays. But check this out. First down. 5 stars to every run play that I have for first down. 5 stars. 1 star for the pass plays I like. I chose, if you're going to call a pass play, hopefully it's one of these. And then half star for things I don't really want called at all. Like I have them in there. And here's the thing, on this test playbook, I took some out. So, after yesterday's game, it was kind of bugging me, and I thought, okay, there's something buggy with the game. There's something I'm not thinking of. There's something I don't know. I tried looking it up. I've tried asking a couple things on a couple different social medias. No one's replied to me, and I thought to myself, okay, maybe I overloaded it because there comes a point when you're in the game plan section here, where if you hit X and you want to add a play to where it tops out and it won't let you. But when you're in all plays and you want to activate a play and then you want to give it its rating and you want to assign it to first down, second and long, whatever here on the right, you can technically overload the game plan. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe I just need to go in and delete some plays to where none of them are overloaded. It's obviously doing something funky. And I ran a couple tests here, and it didn't work. I didn't really notice much of a difference. So then I did this, and maybe they run a little bit more. Maybe it's kind of it's up. It's a chance right now because I just ran a quick test, a couple series, a couple few first downs, and they were still calling pass plays. So I'm gonna test the whole game, considering that this one is kind of just a throwaway game. We don't really need it. I won't. I'm not gonna mind going into this game with this playbook. But bear witness that when you see first down and there's not a run play, I'm showing you right here that it's not me. I'm not. I mean, if I'm doing something dumb, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm too dumb to obviously figure it out. So, I was so excited to try and fix this, man. All I had was envisioning in my head was that, what was it, when Bruce Banner in Avengers, what's the second to last one? Infinity War? I think that's it. When Bruce Banner's in that Hulk suit, the Iron Hulk suit, and he's like, haha, you're all screwed now, because they would be if we could run on first down on a regular basis. Alright, I think, playoff picture. And I think after this game, I'll go over the season stats for anyone and awards if I don't forget. All right, let's play. I just got to go in and change the depth chart after the game starts. I say we go. Yeah. Finish the game. Show our dominance of blue over the Lions. Running the test one. The test playbook. Should I'm gonna even hit A just in case. Like I don't get it. Now I could be proven wrong. Like I said, that maybe it was just pure luck that they called
It's week
more pass
18
plays
of the 2027 season,
in the small test that I did.
In the game. It's in the game. It's the Lions and the Panthers on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Depth chart. We're going to keep Archer until he gets his touchdown. Let's go ahead and change this up. There we go. Alright, let's give T-Mac the first spot. Let's bring make Coker the second. Barian Brown. Who do I want? Let's take him out. He'll be the slot guy. No. Let's do that. Because Coker's under contract. Let's make Jimmy Horn Jr. the slot guy. And then we'll do that. Coker will come in. So I need to see what these guys can do, especially this guy. And I'm going to have to make a decision with this guy next year. Alright, tight end. Let's go ahead and start Williams. And you know what? Let's just try and protect Jatavion here. Oh, left tackle. Let's keep our guys in there until Arch is out. Yeah, I'm fine with benching him. Oh, you know what? I want to keep him in there for now. See if he can solidify that defensive lineman of the year after he joined our team. Yep, I'm fine with this. Take him out. Scorton and Oman Mielin. I guess there's a chance they can get the sack title. Yeah, I'm good with that. Take Wallace out. Alright, we're giving Siobhan Ravel Jr. Let's go ahead and play. Let's do Price Suck second. Do I have another? Oh, here we go. Alright. You know what? Let's play the rookie. And then yeah, let's do that. Okay. Third down running back will be ETN. Power back will be Zamir White. Slot receiver will go to Jimmy Horn Jr. with let's see, Coker. Then we'll make it. Let's do that. All right, keep these guys there for now. Who do I want on the slot? I'll keep that. All right. That's our lineup for today until we make a move. All right. Looks like we're kicking off, so we'll have to wait till the next series to see
ready to go, and
how
they
this
kick
test
this
playbook
one away.
goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start here with Jackson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Goff. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Guys behind his head.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. St. Brown in motion right. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It should also be prioritized in
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
So yeah, second and long and second
down and 8. They stay on the ground.
See, now it's going to prove me wrong.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 32 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
That'll be put
the last run play, he usually runs better with our starters.
And the Lions will take over.
Maybe
the
it's
Lions
the tight
offense
end
and their
kick
quarterback
out
coming
enough.
out for their second drive. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Play action. It's Goff. His throw incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Dude, we had to face fucking
and I like the idea here.
Spencer Hall of Fame Rattler twice.
3 catches a week ago,
What
and
the
he
fuck
does
you
a nice
expect us
job
to do,
here
man?
to pick up yardage.
Able to find the open man.
Talk
That's
about needing
complete.
to change
And he'll be
shit.
out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
This
You try and
offense is
stop
starting
him,
to get
Charles
into rhythm.
Davis.
A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Here's Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Goff. To the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To the air again. Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Goff. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Apparently he won't let me bench
Derek
his
Brown drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of
wants to get
foot,
that-
but he tried to
he wants to
conjure
put
up
his
some
name in a hat for
escapability,
defensive
but there was
lineman
no
of the
way
year.
he was getting away on that one.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Dude, I
The
swear to
Carolina
God, dude, there
offense
was like
making their way out. We take a look at the
more
playoff
pass
picture
plays
in the
than
NFC.
run plays on my test
And
with the
it's
same
all
playbook.
come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can
Okay,
look
now
ahead,
there should be more
right?
pass
There's not
plays.
a coach out there that's ever said
And
to
I
their
threw
team,
one
"All
in
right,
there
listen,
that I
three
kinda
weeks
wanna
down
see
the
more
road.
of.
It's always right here,
it's
right
not gonna
now.
be this play,
Forget
I
that.
can tell.
Think about what the
It's a
playoffs are
shotgun
going to
formation.
look like. The teams that we see that are already
Basically,
in, the teams that are trying to
go
get in,
for it.
we could have some great matchups.
It's 4
And
verticals.
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have
Okay,
him on the
apparently
move
this
on
is
first
working.
down. On the ground, this is Terrell Davis.
Come on, Terrell.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Manning now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain.
So I
and it
haven't even
keeps the
seen a
drive moving.
first down pass yet.
We both know
Okay,
there's a
so
lot
maybe it
that
worked.
went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down.
Oh,
as soon as
here's
he
a
saw he
pass.
wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Working from the gun, Manning. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack
Damn
back
it,
at the
Hickey.
32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his
I
rookie
wonder if
season.
Puka would
And in
have
this
created more
case,
separation.
zone coverage forced a mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. The tight end in motion right. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, they split it. And a fumble.
Here, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
Share too much.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Manning. This is caught by McMillan. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Back
Good
there.
open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Carolina defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Goff. That is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Third down and 1. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Manning.
Oh, nice.
He's caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. Manning going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Go for it, man.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Downside of this is that.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St.
Oh, bro.
He's to the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
31. Fucked up his angle.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want
got 4 birds.
They'll be going for 6. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Play action, maybe?
On play action, it's Manning. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First down, here's White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Panthers at 9-7 now on the year.
Ooh,
they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And a fast footwork by White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Man open left side is Brown. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Come on, let's get that touchdown.
On the handoff, this is White. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Nice.
Touchdown.
It's a T-Mac, too.
From 3 yards out.
It's the rookie
and the
record.
Panthers are able to move back in front. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
All right, so now the question is, oh, he's only at 55 fucking yards. He's probably not going to catch him anyway. Yeah, let's take him out.
Drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Oh, we were going to do offensive line too.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing. Defender.
All right, so we can do center here. I think that's all we can do, so... Alright, so we got Christensen, Wyckoff, Mays, Hunt, because if I had to pick one guy to get injured, it's probably him. Tonona at right tackle.
Whatever they've
Sorry,
done,
Jacoby
it has
Brissett.
not worked in this first half.
But
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We can risk you.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat
bro,
there
you're
for
so
a long
close,
time.
man.
Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers offense and their running back Zamir White getting set for their next drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this.
This is why I never wanted to run too much.
Great offensively. What has changed?
Maybe I'll be seeing a different tune if I have my starters.
Doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that.
Okay, Brown.
So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On the give, it's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Here is 3rd and 5. Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Dude, he
didn't
always
quite
having
have the
bounce back.
backspin
I
on
don't
that
know what
one. It
happened.
hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Fame got to him. It's all Fame got to his head.
Here's Goff.
He'll drop this down to Jackson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what I want to take some shots, man.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A shotgun snap for Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2nd down and 3.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now it's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. To the air again, Goff.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
101 yards in the first
So
half.
it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. A run to begin the second half with White.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Opting to run again here with White. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. Here's Goff.
Oh, come on.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
That was Princely out there.
Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game.
Looks like they don't care about this game
the early jitters
either.
are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Yeah. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position?
Wait a second. How the fuck did they not give him the first?
Seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I thought he was clear by a yard.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Hold on, I want to see that replay. Are they practicing to fuck us in the playoffs?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an
Okay. Ball's on the fucking 15.5 yard line. Dude, that's clear. He's on the fucking 26. Where's the fucking marker? Oh, you took him out, you little sneaky fucks.
Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Sneaky motherfuckers.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
See, we're running too much now.
It's been a tough go for him.
And
with backup running backs.
Somebody's there defensively. That
but
was
hey,
the same case on that play.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
This will be caught by Brown. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Goff.
That's to the tight end, Wiley.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 1. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running here out of the gun with Price.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Reynolds will go in motion right.
Goff now looks to throw.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw, Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And that will be incomplete as well. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Gotta give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle to the 43, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
3rd and 3.
Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On a handoff, it's White. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good thing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. Got a man. It's Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
T-Mac is catching him today.
Panthers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Here's Brissett.
These motherfuckers are going to make me regret not figuring out this.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is second down and 1.
To throw, Brissett. Touchdown,
Panthers.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game.
So I think they went more passing because they got basically inside the 30s.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Red zone and then red zone plays.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. Play action. It's Goff. And his throw here is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
To throw is Goff.
Nice.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is incomplete.
There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Goff.
That is caught.
And some room to work.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm worried. Give Gabe Powers more reps.
Now it's Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
2-minute drill.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
Ooh, is that Gabe? Is that Gabe? That's Gabe.
The Panthers are going to take
wow.
Once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Dude, it's like I'm so genius. I don't even know what I do.
First career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round? That's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. Shoves him
Break
aside.
That tackle. Keep going.
Now some space to operate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A handoff for Etienne.
Nice bounce outside.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year.
Is he going to go deep?
We'll be back.
He might go deep. He might go deep.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45.
You better get up, Taylor, because I'm about to take you out right now. Damn it. I won't let me get past this.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Panther football as we
Feeling
welcome you
good,
back.
Man.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Because I swear, dude, I did
and now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
So it was like 1-0.
They'll run again.
1.5 too much.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
You know, we will have better running backs.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's what we'll do. If we don't run enough, then we'll go from there. But I think we'll be okay passing.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
ETN once more.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Brissett looks to throw. He completes it to Evans.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
What'd you say? You're like, oh, never mind. I don't want to score on him.
And they take a knee.
Second and 11. And they'll run here with ETN.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you
trying to rub it in before they
be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Carolina,
they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Lions,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.
220 yards rushing to their 16. Holy shit. Dude. It's the only one that gave up a sack. Yeah, there was no really good highlights on this one. All right, 10-7. All right, let's go ahead and no injuries, that's good. All right, where are we picking? We have the Rams pick. Third. Ooh, right in front of the Steelers, who need a quarterback. Who's taking quarterbacks? See, I don't believe this shit. You mean to tell me that the Raiders? Damn, it's Raiders? Cardinals didn't even take one? Jags? If someone wants their guy, man, you better come talk to us. Top quarterback. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I mean, either one of these teams could take a quarterback. All right, let's see. Playoff bracket. Texans get the number 1 seed in the AFC, but in the NFC, Eagles, Vikings. Okay. Then you have Chiefs get the 2nd seed. Okay, I believe all that shit. Cardinals though, man, they win in division. Look at that. So everyone has a losing record except us in our division. Same with the fucking NFC West, man. Let's look at standings. Okay, 3 13 and 4 teams, 2 4-win teams, 2 3 4 5-win teams, and then you have the Steelers. Okay, so we're picking right after the Saints. Wait a second, is that mock draft right? So we picking 4? Then the Steelers. I don't know. we've solidified first in rushing yards. And that passing game is going to be tough to stop, but hopefully. Oh, we had our starters out. Oh, no, we didn't have our starting corners. All right, so yeah, they did not get the sack crown. All right, let's go take a look at the awards. Let's go to that first. MVP is going to Jalen Hurts, and we finished third. That was a good comeback, man. We were what? I don't know. It was bad. 2-5, something like that. I think it was 2-5, and then that was after week 7, and then I made some trades before the week 8 game. All right, offensive player of the year. We don't have anyone up there. Looks like Nick Scorton gets defensive player of the year. Arch with the offensive rookie of the year. And so who's gonna get it? Burks or Arch? Oops, wait a second. Conception, or Arch. Who's gonna get it? Defensive rookie of the year. We didn't get it. Best quarterback. Arch is 5th on the list. Running back. Taylor's 4th. Wide receiver, nobody. Offensive line. Cade Mays holding it down with, I don't know, a couple snaps this year. And Fisk looks like he's going to get he solidified it. Defensive line of the year. NFC. Yeah, which one is it? It's going to be, probably Rousseau's going to get it. Linebacker. Or Highsmith. I say Scorton gets it. He has more tackles for loss. Team stats. Well, I guess we kind of see that right there. So Panthers on the list. Overall offense. Not on the list for. Okay, we're right mid for defense. Oh. Okay, red zone efficiency. Turnovers. Yeah, we're in the negative because of Arch Manning throwing picks and us not getting picks. All right. Who got the most sacks? We did by far. That just doesn't seem fair, man. And again, that slider, I pushed that slider up to pass protecting's better. Interceptions, we're close to the bottom, man. I might need to bump that slider up, but probably means more interceptions for us. But at least it'd be more realistic. Third down conversions. Oh, pretty good. I'm like seeing a whole season with this offense though. And a second-year quarterback in Arch Manning. Okay. Of course, Jared Goff. We helped him solidify that lead. Raiola with 4,200, and Arch had. Yeah, dude, he wasn't gonna catch him. Who led the league? Was it? Oh, Jalen Hurts out of nowhere, man. But he has more picks. Arch gets the rookie passing touchdown record. Nussmeier with a oh, dude. He's gonna regress, I would think. QBR goes to J.J. McCarthy, Jalen Hurts. Okay. What happened to Mendoza? There was a time where he had 0 interceptions. So it kind of caught up with him. Where's Manning at? Is he down this? No, he's not down this far. Oh, there he is. 92.6. 98.8. It's a pretty good year, man. 38.62. Yeah. Who won the longest pass? Purdy. Who was sacked the most? Richardson. And then Arch. Rushing title goes to Pacheco. Taylor dropped a little bit, but who cares? Who fumbled the most? Richardson, Stafford, Raiola. These are all fucking quarterbacks. And we got Chase Brown. Who broke the most tackles? Jonathan Taylor, Pacheco, Williams. Alright, who got the longest run? Pacheco. Most TDs? Haynes, Williams. Okay. Best average. This don't count. You need at least what? This guy, Pacheco. Okay. Receiving. Most receptions. Jamar Chase, followed by Treylon Burks. There's Josh Reynolds. Yards is Josh Reynolds. Average is, oh damn, Josh Reynolds. Average per game, that's got to be Josh Reynolds, right? Okay, I guess not. Oh, he only played 6 fucking games? Touchdowns. Burks and Myers. Followed by second-year receiver Carnell Tate, like they need more in Cincinnati. Longest, McCaffrey for 92. Blocking. It sucks that they don't have pancakes here. Okay, at least we're not even on the list. That's good. Defense. Most solo tackles goes to Gibbons. So total tackles goes to Dennis. Most tackle for loss. Scorton. Sacks. Rousseau. Umanmielen. Okay, that's pretty good. Interceptions, Denzel Ward. Most deflections. Oh, really? Okay, then. 5 forced fumbles. Damn. Three touchdowns, Denzel Ward. Braden Fisk with 1. How'd our wonderful kicker do? Where's he at? He got 92%. He missed 2. His longest was 58. Who got the longest field goal? Koo. Most blocks, Woodring. Eckley with the most punts. Almost pretty low with net average. Probably because he keeps getting touchbacks. How many who led in touchbacks? Eckley. Inside the 20, Eckley. Who got the most blocked? Longest of the year, 74. Damn. Well, I guess who's got the best badger? That'll cover the stats for the year. Rookie season. Arch Manning. Most passing touchdowns. Surpasses whatever that guy's name in with the Chargers. It escapes me right now. Herbert, Justin Herbert. Awesome. Nick Scoring most sacks in a rookie season too. Awesome. Making our way on that list. Alright, I think I'm going to go through these, check my text messages. Check, fix the playbook a little bit. Tweak it. Hopefully we're not passing every first down. Hopefully we're not running on every first down. But I guess if I had to lean one way, I'd rather run with these running backs on every first down. You just might see a lot of running. And I'm going to have to tweak the second and short. I really want to see some shots. So, I think, is there anything else to kind of look over that I would want to see? I don't know. I mean, not too bad. I mean, okay, so basically we got fourth in the conference behind Philly, Minnesota, Dallas, then us, because we get the tiebreaker against Detroit. And I didn't see anything from Detroit that scares me as much as Spencer Rattler or Miller Moss or Anthony Richardson. So I never thought I'd say those words, but yeah, they don't. I didn't see anything in that game that kind of scares me. So if we look at the playoff bracket, and I ain't counting these chickens before they hatch, but yeah, it all kind of depends. If I had to pick, so there's no way we're playing Washington if they win. Okay. So yeah, it would either be it would be either Vikings, Cardinals, or Cowboys. And I would say the team I'd want to play the least would be the Cowboys because of that offense, that Miller Moss magic, which he may not even be playing. But if I see Dak Prescott doing it, it's gonna anger me even more. So yeah, I would if I had to pick. Top of the list would be Cardinals. So I'd like to see the Cardinals beat the Cowboys and the Commanders beat the Vikings. And then they'd be facing, Eagles would face the 7th seed in Washington. We'd face the 4th seed in Arizona. That would be my ideal. And then, of course, I would want the Commanders to beat the Eagles and then have a home game for the NFC Championship game. On the AFC side, I just want to see KC get kicked. And I mean, I never saw from the Ravens or the Bills. I never saw what I've seen from the Saints and Cowboys. And I don't know. I don't know. Even the Colts, I think they did it too. I don't think it was that bad, but yeah. I don't know. I kind of like our chances, man. As long as we don't screw up this play calling thing, I think, dude, we're going into the playoffs with no injuries, and they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs. So, um, oh, let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so who's in the Ravens are in it, and they're without Fletcher Jr. Texans are in it. No, they don't have any injuries. Vikings are in it. No injuries. Bengals are in it. Oh, Hendrickson's gone, bro. He may as well just stay home for the rest of his career. Bills are in it. Okay, both of those hurt them. Cardinals, nobody. Chargers, nobody. Chiefs. Okay, they'll be back up to snuff soon. Colts. Nothing special. Commanders, nobody. Cowboys, damn. Eagles. Orgy. He'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back by the time we face him, if we get there. We saw the Lions. That was it. So, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. I think we'll get the first game tonight. I want to see some real football. And that'll be it. So, until then, we'll see ya next week in like less than an hour.